Hello and welcome to the channel. It's me, Absolute Quality. Today we are doing a recap of the Crab Pot King because the Crab Pot King's long. It's really long and it's really kind of boring. The challenge itself is kind of just doing the same thing over and over and over again. So for some of the new viewers, so basically this video is for either a new viewer who has stumbled across the Crab Pot King playthrough, or for people who have watched a little bit of the Crab Pot King but lost a little bit of interest. This is a little bit of a catch-up for you just because of the nature of the challenge and the way the videos are made. It's slightly unwatchable, and it doesn't quite actually entertain that great. So I'm gonna go ahead and be doing a recap of what's happened so far because I'm pretty sure I only have one episode left. So it's kind of this super big climax, and we're about to finish off. So it's gonna be super cool. So basically, what happened with the Crab Pod King playthrough? I'm gonna tell you. So first of all, I devised a plan. That I was going to be doing some Stardew Valley challenges because I was really into Stardew Valley at this specific time, and I really wanted to do like a couple different things with Stardew Valley at the same time, do a couple different videos at the same time. So I made my regular playthrough, and then I went ahead and decided that I'm going to do one more playthrough, which is a challenge playthrough, because I know that it is going to end. The other one, I'm not sure when it's going to end, but this one I definitely knew when. So I decided that I was going to put crab pots in every single possible location I possibly could. And, it's an amazing challenge, right? Yeah. No, it sucks. It sucks. So I decided I was going to do that. So I started to do it, and I started at my base, and I started putting crab pots down at my base, and I was picking up snails and crayfish and periwinkles, and then it was all the other trash that you could pick up with it. And I started to see that, oh, maybe you make a little bit more money on the beach. So we moved to the beach. So this was like within maybe 1 to 2, maybe even 3 or 4 episodes, we decided to move to the beach, and then I started to see skyrocketing prices. So I was making a lot of money very fast, and it was multiplying really nicely, and I was actually able to get a bunch of money like every single day. Like, it was going really, really well. And then we finished the beach. The beach was my first area that I finished putting crab pots down on, and it was awesome. I finished all of the stuff I could on the beach, and I ended up with 243 crab pots. Were all on the beach, so it was 243. And then, after finishing the beach is where the playthrough started to die for me, like a big lull. So we were going up at like a really, really great rate. Like, the prices were every time I would put more crab pots down, the prices would keep going up and up and up, and it would be really, 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 really profitable. But then I hit the normal area where I was just getting the snails, the crayfish, and the periwinkles. They weren't giving me any money whatsoever. Nothing. It was awful. The money that I was getting from that was absolutely terrible. So we started seeing, a stabilization of the curve. So it was going up and up and up and up and up, and then all of a sudden it flattened out and would go up a little bit more and a little bit more, a little bit more. It really wasn't actually inclining that much anymore. So it really did suck. It didn't help at all. So I saw a really big, massive, like, level off with cash at that point, so that's when I started to kind of get a little bit disinterested in the playthrough, because I wasn't making very much money anymore. And then, so my life, basically, at that point, became just wake up, pick the crab pots, recycle the trash, sell it, repeat. And it was every single day, constantly, every single day, doing the same exact thing constantly. And, it gets old. It gets old. My thumb starts to hurt. My fingers start to, I start to get a little antsy in the body sitting here. I don't want to actually sit here and do it anymore. And then, I do like 2 or 3 days. And at that point, I do so many freaking crab pots in 2 to 3 days. It starts to wear on you. It's really taxing. It kind of sucks. It really does suck. So our current standing as of right now for the Crab Pot King playthrough, the current standing that we have for doing all of that stuff, and that was basically the recap for you. That's it. That's literally all that's happened. I've placed crab pots, I've picked them, I've recycled the trash, sold it. That's about all I've done. Literally all I've done. So the current standing that we are at, from the count that I just did, we're sitting at 768 crab pots, which is a crap load. And we're also 768 it might be 778. I might have goofed the numbers. Anyways, it's 760 plus easy. So my place and the extra places that we need to do have not been done yet. So my base area is not done. The wilderness is very, very close. It is probably like a couple day grind to get that done. And then the extra places. So we're talking like the desert, maybe the witch's swamp, maybe the sewer. I don't know if crab pots are going to stay there. And then the hidden forest as well. So those places, I'm not really quite sure on whether the crab pots will stay there every single day. And so that they'll actually count towards my total. I don't know yet. But those are basically the places that we have left, and I think I can definitely do it in an episode. I think one more episode, and we can do it. We can have the finale of the Crab Pot King and finally finish a Crab Pot series. So I wanted to do a really quick Q&A at the end of this episode, just to kind of give you guys a sense of what was happening with the Crab Pot playthrough and what was going on in my head constantly. So the first thing was, how long did this actually take? So the amount of time that this actually took to get to my current point is 34 hours. I am at 34 hours of playtime on one single game. To give this into context of how much I play, I have a little over 50 hours for my actual playthrough. So it's getting to the point where it's getting very close to the amount that I actually just play Stardew Valley for fun rather than for a challenge. So it's kind of crazy. But yeah, 34 hours we have put into this entire playthrough. It's crazy. This challenge really sucks. It really does. This is kind of the next one. It sucks. This challenge is not fun. It's not fun at all. The grinding sucks. Like there's no variety that I can do. There's nothing that is making me like exponential amounts of money anymore. It's just kind of the same stuff. But the worst part of it is that specific thing, the level off of the pots, the level off of cash. Once I got out of the beach and got onto the regular fresh water, there was just nothing that actually made me money. And so, getting crabs and lobsters was no longer a thing. Like I peaked on crabs and lobsters. Like I actually maxed out on how many I could actually get a day. So that really sucks. So that's literally the worst part. The worst part isn't picking them all up because I can just hold a button and walk. And then the worst part isn't the recycling. I could again hold a button and walk. It's mostly the fact that it's leveled off to a point where when I add like 60 to 70 new crab pots, I'm only gaining like 2,000 to 3,000 extra money, even though that's wasting another like 2 to 3 hours in-game time. So it doesn't help because then I can't have enough time to recycle, and then because the recycling is a huge portion of the profits that I'm making, that is the worst part, 100%, the worst part of this entire playthrough. More challenges. Am I going to be doing more challenges for Stardew Valley? Yes, but not right away. I am going to take a little bit of a break from Stardew Valley. I don't want to burn myself out of the game, and I just think that it would be important to just kind of take a small break just away from it and maybe think of a different challenge that might be a little bit more fun. It might have a little bit more variety. And I think also I do want to kind of branch out with other games as well. So I think I might add a new game in there as well for the videos so that we're not seeing the same 2 games or the same game for like 4 videos a week type of thing. So it kind of just to add a little bit of variety to the atmosphere of my channel. That's kind of what I want to do. But more challenges, yes, but definitely going to be later, not right away. Advice, and this is my last Q&A here, is the advice that I would give for someone who wants to do a lot of crab pots in Stardew Valley. Stop at the beach. Do the 243 that you can do at the beach, and that's good. That's it. Don't do any more. You hit a very steep level off, and everything after that is not good. If you're doing the crab pots solely on profit, this is the way to go. Only do it at the beach, because then I timed it. So when I woke up immediately at 6 a.m., I could run to the bus stop minecart, go from the bus stop minecart to the town minecart, go all the way down to the beach, pick up all the crab pots on the beach. And by the time I was picked up all the crab pots on the beach, it was like 10 to 10:30 in game. So I had the rest of the day to do whatever the heck I wanted to do, and I honestly didn't have to go there. I could do something else during that day, and it wasn't like I was missing out on much. So that is definitely a good idea just to do that, because it gives you a lot of money, but it doesn't take up your entire day to do anything else and everything else. But if you are doing crab pots like for bait reasons, if you're doing it for other reasons using the the actual produce to do something else, then yeah, you can definitely do it in other places. Like that would be a very good idea. Also, if you're doing a lot of crab pots, I recommend doing the perks that I used. Don't use anything else. Use the one that you don't have to use any bait, because it sucks when you do. You have to like double touch every single crab pot, which is even worse. So you definitely don't want to do that. But yeah, honestly, I would say don't even do this. Don't ever try this. It sucks. From experience, this blows. It's not fun. It really, really, really kills your motivation to wake up the next day and go pick more. Like, you do it the one day. Like, I hop on for like the first day. I do a day. That second day, I have a real tough time doing it again. It sucks. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for watching this series. If you've actually kept up with the entire series, thank you so much. It kind of means a lot to me. And definitely be prepared for the final episode of the Crab Pot King. I will see you guys in the finale.